Hi, and welcome to MCPSS This Week. I'm Marcy McNeil with the Office of Communication, here to bring you up to date on what's happening around the school system and the exciting events to come. In this edition, cafeteria workers hold a cook-off. We fly kites at Dauphin Island, and students go crazy over Sock Day. First, we'd love to brag on our annual international event, the Davidson High School Invitation Model UN. It's a day where students actually hold a mock United Nations meeting, and many come dressed to teach. Why just read about a subject when you can reenact it? Davidson High School educator Richard Dollison created the Davidson Invitational Model UN event, also known as Diamond, which offers students the opportunity to participate in an actual United Nations session. The students are assigned a country to represent, then study real issues affecting the world. After their thorough research, Davidson, along with other high school students, gather for a two-day mock UN event.
It's a program that was started by Davidson High School more than 35 years ago. Gives students an opportunity to participate in a simulation of an actual United Nations session. The event takes place for 2 days. The first day, the students meet in committees and they discuss topics like sustainable development, infrastructure, infectious disease, and also issues concerning the use of peacekeeping troops by the Security Council. Today, the students are actually meeting in the General Assembly, which is the meeting of all of the delegates with their committees, and they are debating on whether or not to pass the resolutions that pass through committee. We have in there 555 students representing 13 schools in Mobile and Baldwin County. And it's an opportunity for the students to do some firsthand research on real-world issues.
Well, I didn't know a lot about the issues around the world, like the different topics for political security is what I researched. And through my research, I learned a lot about nuclear disarmament, the civil war in Syria, Israel-Palestine relations, things like that, that affect the world today. And I thought that was really interesting and will probably be useful later on in life.
You get to learn so much, like internationally, so many international views. And so I've learned a lot about like the political side of the international views, like with political security. You get to learn about like the situation in Syria and like very broad international important topics that you may not have gotten exposed to if you hadn't done Diamond.
Well, Diamond is split up into 4 committees, being the Economic, Social, Political Security, Security Council, and Humanitarian Financial. And I am the chair of the Security Council, and what the chair's job is to lead the debate and make sure that everyone in the room follows what's called parliamentary procedure, and that is put in place, and that is what the actual United Nations uses to make sure that every country has an equal opportunity to speak.
We all get to research our countries because you're speaking from the perspective of your country, and you also want to be really well versed on the topics that is in your committee. And so you get to research your country as well as writing resolutions to get things done in the Diamond and General Assembly. You get to write resolutions about the topics that are in your committee.
We vote on different topics and we speak for different topics and we debate on different topics, and it's really fun. I think it's good practice for public speaking, and it's also nice to have an international perspective on things even though we live in such a small town.
We work for a couple of months. We signed up in January and it's now April, so we get a couple of months to prepare and write resolutions.
One of the best part of Diamond is dressing up. During the general session, students are encouraged to fully represent their country in native costume, allowing another opportunity for hands-on learning. Hands-on learning is not limited to students. Recently, our cafeteria and nutrition program held the very first MCPSS commodity contest. Using extra quantity of foods that would otherwise be left over, cafeteria workers volunteered to participate in creating delicious dishes for a grand prize.
And today we're having our commodity food cook-off for the Child Nutrition Program. We have 5 categories that we are working with, in which we're trying to use up foods that we receive as commodities. And a commodity is just a food that we get from the USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture, and it helps to reduce our food cost. And one of the things is that sometimes we get large quantities of foods and things like that that we're just not sure exactly how to incorporate it into our meals. So what we've done is we had all of our managers and workers, those that wanted to come up with a dish to try to use up these foods. So what we wanted to do was come up with a contest that the schools could come up and see how can we use these commodities, and maybe it's something that we'll be able to use as a recipe for next school year or in the years to come with all the different types of foods that we get.
Federal government provides a lot of school systems around the country with commodities and so forth that help augment our CMP programs. And so we have a competition where they take commodities and they try to do different recipes and so forth to make it kind of fun and make it a little competitive and so forth. So we have all of our CMP managers here today with their staff where they have come up with different recipes to compete against one another to see what they can come up with. And I'm looking forward to it because things smell real good here, and I know they've done a wonderful job.
We have culinary arts students from Murphy, Baker, Davidson, Vigor, Centronell, and Williamson. And our students are judging 81 dishes that's been prepared by the managers of the Child Nutrition Program.
I think it's a great opportunity for us to come in, see what it is to be the judges instead of the people being judged. And it's a really great time.
This has been a wonderful addition to let the students be able to judge the cooking and get their opinions on what is actually cooked with the commodities in the classroom. So I think that it's a wonderful opportunity for the CMP workers and also for the children in the culinary programs to be able to taste and then maybe even go and add to these creations or see these new creations inside of the cafeteria.
This is a wonderful culinary event. The only thing about it, the secret will be out, and that is that the best cooks in the whole world are in our cafeterias here in the Mobile County Public School System. And also, it's important that this event shows what can be done when people use healthy ingredients and eat healthy. All of our schools have met the Healthy Choice Challenge, and then with this event, that healthy also tastes good. We also have our student chefs here who are the judges, and that's exciting to see. So it's a great event, and like I said, the only problem will be, the secret will be out, that the best food in all of the state of Alabama, if not nationwide, is in the Mobile County Public School System's cafeterias.
The contest was judged by MCPSS Culinary Art High School students, and the winning dishes will be incorporated into some of our healthy school menus for the upcoming school year. Bon appetit! I'm sure viewing those yummy dishes has your mouth watering. Quick, take a break, grab a healthy snack, and return to join us. Welcome back to MCPSS This Week, the place to find out what's happening in our schools. What's one way to bring social awareness to young children? This might sound crazy, but hold a sock day.
The kids are wearing their crazy socks today for awareness of Down syndrome, and this is our way of participating to show other students information to be gained about Down syndrome. The kids a lot of times don't know a lot about those types of things like Down syndrome, so when you have a crazy sock day and you bring that in, it brings that knowledge to them because then they ask more questions. They're curious about what is Down syndrome, and I've seen some of our upper grades actually actually showing videos to the kids of what Down syndrome is, and they're actually explaining it to them so they know that more awareness brings that more knowledge to them.
We're wearing crazy socks to represent Down Syndrome Day.
One special thing about today is that it's Down Syndrome Day, and Down syndrome is a disease that that makes you really short, and it changes the way that you look.
There are more than 400,000 people living with Down syndrome in the United States. The chromosome condition occurs in people of all races and economic levels. But people with Down syndrome attend school, work, and overall contribute to society in extraordinary ways. Speaking of extraordinary, that's the definition we give the Mobile County Health Clinic, who recently set up a convenient vision clinic at our regional school of the deaf and blind. Students were examined and fitted for glasses, giving help and assistance to parents that due to work or other complications couldn't manage.
The Mobile County Health Department came in and did a vision clinic for our students here at the regional school, and it's kind of one-stop shopping. They came in and did the eye exam, and then they came back and fitted the children for glasses. And the beauty of this situation is they get to get feedback from the teachers about how the children's vision functions in the classroom. Well, it means so much. Sometimes our parents have difficulty getting their children to the eye doctor or going and picking up the glasses. So the great thing about this clinic is it can be done at school, and the parents don't have transportation issues. Well, we already have tried to make plans to have a clinic again in August or September so that the students will start the school year with glasses, and so they will be ready to learn and succeed in the classroom.
Well, we had the privilege to work with the people at the Regional School for the Deaf and Blind to come out and do vision examinations for a number of their children that might not otherwise have gotten care. Well, I can tell you, it means a whole lot to us. It's such a privilege for us to come and participate in their lives. And clearly, vision's an important part for all of us in learning. And anything that we could do to improve the children's vision, we're happy to do. You know, I think our vision for this vision program is really to provide the children with everything that we can for them to be able to learn. So we just hope to periodically visit the school and do eye exams and help the kids see as best they can.
The Mobile County Health Department serves all students in Mobile. So if you have a child in need, be sure and call the health department to set up an appointment. Now let's take a Superintendent Minute sponsored by the Mobile Fairgrounds to hear from Mrs. Martha Peak as she explains our high school signature academies.
I'm Martha Peak, Superintendent of the Mobile County Public Schools. I'd like to share exciting news with you about our Signature Academies in our high schools. Currently, we have 4 high schools that have Signature Academies. Aviation and Aeronautics is at Rain High School. Healthcare is at Blunt High School. Industry and Advanced Manufacturing is at Citronelle High School, and Teaching and Learning is at Mary Montgomery High School. We will add 4 more Signature Academies in the coming school year. College and career readiness starts with us in the Mobile County Public School System.
The Signature Academies is another way the Mobile County Public Schools are preparing students with college and career-ready standards. For more information on Signature Academies, visit our website at mcpss.com. Thank you for joining us on MCPSS this week. To catch other school news and events, like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. We're going to end this week with a visual of Dauphin Island Elementary's annual Kite Day. Enjoy, and remember, it starts with us.